Welcome back to our Stinky Pete story. In this video, we're going to find out what happens when Stinky Pete went sailing across the 7 seas. As before, I'm using the Stabilo chunky colouring pencils. So, let's get started. Now, here's our second picture we're going to do of Stinky Pete. I'm going to do the same as I did with the first. If you saw the first, just put a bit of tape on the top edge of that. Now, it's a good idea to stick it down, because if you stick it down, you've got something hard to work against, you know, gives it a better effect. I don't stick mine too far on that, because if I want to take that off, which I do, it will at the end, I can just unpeel it and it won't rip the paper. And then you can, if you want to, you can put it on your wall. Anyway, that's going to get started. Now, here we're going to start with yellow. I'm going to put a yellow flag, yellow skull and crossbones. I might even put a bit more colouring, I don't know. But we've got a yellow flag and a red mast. Okay, let's start with the yellow flag. Now I'm going to show you how you can do something a little different here on this one. So make sure you've got a nice application of yellow on there. Go right over the skull and crossbones. That's it, so there we are, lovely. Now, just on the skull and crossbones, you put a little bit of red, like that. And what will happen is the yellow will mix with the red and give you a sort of reddy orangey look. It's best to work from light to dark. Now, doesn't that look good? Hey? I haven't done as good a job as you're going to do, I'm sure, with that, because I've gone over the edge. But there you go. I've got your hands are not as shaky as mine, I doubt. That looks good, doesn't it? Now, the mast. Now, I did tell you on the other one, what we do is turn it round. So I'm going to turn it round, and we're going to go the other way. Now, you're going to put the red mast in. It's easier to turn your picture round when you're doing this, because otherwise you could well go over the edges. I still could, of course, but I've less chance of doing it this way than if I try to go up like that. Now we want these to be red too. There's one there. And it's got one at the bottom. I'll do that in a minute. But what I want to show you now is the sail. Now, the sail is going to be yellow. Probably best to go around the edges of the sail first, like that. And then fill it in by doing that round circular movement, like that. Now I'll fill the rest of that in, and then when I come back, we'll be putting the rest of the mast in, and that cross piece in red. Almost finished. There you go. Lovely. Now we've got the rest of the mast, but once again, we've got to turn it around. What it might be nice to do is to put that red in here. And they've got a bottom part of the mast there. So let's put that in a different colour, maybe a blue. Makes it more colourful, doesn't it? Here we are. Good. Now what about Stinky Pete? Well, we've got to do him now, so do what you did before. If you did the last one, a little bit of pink on his face and his neck and his arms. He's got that little toe again, look, sticking out of his boot. Okay, and now we want the yellow. I think it's best to put the yellow in before we put the hair in, because the yellow's a lighter colour. Now we've got those patches again. Now I made them green. I think it's, oh look, show what we've got here. Look, we've got a little bit of tummy here. Let's put a bit of tummy in. Oops, if I can get it in. There you go, a little bit of his tummy showing through. Yes, just a little bit of, I think we'll have a little bit of green. We've had a lot of red on it, so we'll have a little bit of green and a little bit of blue. There you go. Lovely. And now his beard and his hair. Keep this light because you haven't got a lot of it on there. Oh, you know we haven't done his band as well. That was yellow, wasn't it? His beard. Haven't got a lot of room to put that in. There we are, we've got it. And his trousers. Now, do you remember what colour his trousers were? Well, we started off with a little bit of green. Like that. Not got a lot of room here to do it, so I have to be a bit careful. So I haven't drawn any lines on this. But there you go, if we go alternate it, green and red. Again there. Got to watch the patches though. A green. You might find this a little tricky, but it's good if you can do it. Now that's red, and then we got green going down the other leg, like that, and red. And green. I think we might just get one more red in there, do you think? Looks like it, doesn't it? Make that red. There you go. And what I would do there, I'd make those patches yellow on there. There. Remember what colour his boots was? Well, they were blue, so we put a little bit of blue on them. On one, we've only got one anyway. There you go. A little bit of blue on there. And now we've got yellow anchor. We'll have a yellow anchor. What colour shall we have the door? Let's have it red. Red. That's nice, isn't it? Now everything else is brown. So I'm going to turn this round a little bit because I need to get to this right like that, because it's better to use the natural angle of your hand. And I've got to get in between there. My goodness, this is going to be tricky, folks. Now you kids are going to manage this better than me, I'm sure. But I'm not doing too bad a job of it. Look, there you go, that's got it in. And remember what we did before? We made the boat quite light, so we don't want to make that too heavy. Make it quite light. And remember, we've got waves here, so we'll be putting them in a minute. You'll like that. Now I think personally we should just make a few changes here, because I think if we make that very dark in there, it's not going to show up very well. So I think what we'll do, we'll choose another colour. Now which colour do you think I'm going to choose out of them? Now you guess, and you'll see if you're right in a minute. There you go. Now that's the boat done. I've kept it quite light on that. I think that was worked out well, didn't it? So what colour am I going to choose? I'm going to choose that one, that one, that one, that one. No, I'll choose that one. Now the reason I'm doing that is because we haven't got a lot of pink in this one. We've got it in his head, face and his arms, but we haven't got a lot of pink in here. But I think it might be nice to put a bit of pink. The only thing is going to clash with his toe, isn't it? Never mind. So we've got pink there. Right, now we got the water. Now with the water, I suggest what we do is this. We want to put some blue in, and if you can, do it like I'm showing you now. Just put waves in, and bring it down further than I've drawn it, like that. Not too far, I think that's fine. But leave some white, because especially there, because if you leave the white there, it looks as though it's a white wash that the boat's making as it goes along. Yeah, now doesn't that look pretty? And bring it down, a few waves coming down there like that. But don't just use blue, use green too, because water on the high seas is this colour. You asked Pete. Now, just mix that in with your blue, and doesn't that look good? See, we've got some white there, which means we've got the white breakers. Now, I think that looks really stunning. Beautiful. Right, that's the end of that picture. Let me give you a full view of that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I have. I had a lot of fun with it. And I hope to see you again on the next instalment of Stinky Pete and see what he's up to. See you then. Oh dear. What do you think Stinky Pete would smell? If you want to know what happens next in the story and colour it in along with me, check out the next instalment, which I'll link below. If you want to get the full book of Stinky Pete the Pirate, you can find it on Amazon Kindle using the link below.